Good day, traders. My name is Coach Daniel from FX Insights, and welcome back to another segment of news trading. So for today, August 23, so we have some news that will come out at 8:30 p.m. Talking about retail sales reports that will affect the Canadian dollar. So let's dive in and let's see what happened with our charts. So first here is the one for July 19. So there's two high impact news. This is for retail sales. So that bar right there with the arrow, that's when the news came out. Roughly it's a movement of 9 pips, but there was a further downward move of 38 pips. Next up is this one right here, which is an initial indecision bar, kind of like a doji, somewhat like a doji. So roughly it did move upwards by 72 pips. Next up here is the one for May 24. It did form an initial hammer bar, then rallied up by 44.9 pips up to the this part right here. Next up is the one for April 24. The initial bar open to low is 29.6 pips. It is actually this bar right here. And then it reversed into an uptrend somewhere there. Next up here is March 22. So the initial move is actually a 10.8 movement up. So this is that bar right there. So it did reach this point, but still continued the initial downtrend right here. So looking at the historical data right here, so this is the core retail sales and retail sales month on month. What we could analyze here is if the actual is greater than the previous, it's usually bullish for the Canadian dollar. It's not all the time, but it's usually the case. If the actual is less than the previous, it's usually bearish for the Canadian dollar. So also looking at the results for June 21, May 24, April 24, and March 22, all of them at the time were considered medium impact, but it deviated on the May 24 and April 24 reaction. So right here, negative 0.2, went further to negative 0.6, but it still rallied up by 44.9. Same with the April 24 news trade. The initial bar did go down by 29.6, but it did go for an uptrend. So right here, it did go lower right there. So it did still support this one, but it still continued on an uptrend. March 22 is pretty accurate in terms of the analysis that we have right here. So looking at the forecast for the core retail sales and retail sales, we have this one right here. So from negative 1.3%, it's actually going to go up to negative 0.2 and negative 0.8% going into negative 0.3. So that is an increase. So the at least for the forecast here, the forecast is going to be bullish for the Canadian dollar. Now take note that the forecast is not always accurate, as you can see right here. Right there. So the forecast is not always accurate. It's just something to expect. So it's best that you wait for the actual data to come out before you actually place your trades, just so you're in the momentum of the trade. So that's pretty much it for the news trade that we have for today. Please take note to look out for support and resistance. Good luck on your trade, and yeah, thank you very much.